funny nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for How Not to Summon a Demon Lord chapters 79.2 through 82.2. So before I get into this recap and live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, and I'm just on a non-stop high-speed struggle train heading into chaos, and gets faster by the second. Seriously, I'm talking panic attack, migraine-induced, and hyperspeed levels of struggle up in y'all. I'm struggling to keep a roof over my head. It is that bad. But if you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive and kicking, feel free to hit up my Cash App and PayPal. Those links are in the description box below. So, well, we're dealing with something very interesting up in here. So we are back at the Elf Village. That's where we're at. And our poor girl, Shara, is engaged. That's kind of a problem. She don't want to be betrothed. She want to be with Diablo, obviously. But how are we going to deal with this? It'll be interesting to see. Well, also with Emil, he's really grown as a character. And he's going to be on the Vanguard at some point, that's for sure. Anyways, let's get to 79.2 first, see what's in store for us today. What is it here for? What is it? It came from the entrance. Uh-oh. You're not suspicious people. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Lower your bows. Shira-sama? It's dangerous, Shira-sama. That's a dark elf. We're all the same elf. She's my guest. What? You're saying the dark elf is your friend? Shira's companion is a dark elf? Oh, isn't this a grand reception? Good day, it's been a long time. You're, wait, Rafacesia S. Orangewood? Why are you here? Oh, have you not heard of the situation yet? The vow on your daughter's life? I hope you can fulfill it. A vow on her life? Shira, we need to talk. Yes. Now then. You're, an honored guest. We will be having a dinner party, so please join us. I will look forward to it. It's been a casual dinner, so please don't worry about formalities and relax. I'm grateful for the gracious treatment despite my sudden visit. Oh, what a suffocating dinner party. But if I burst out the Demon Lord roleplay here, it'll ruin the atmosphere, so I'll keep my mouth shut. Yeah, we women hate each other. What can we say? I heard from Shara about you and the adventures thus far. Thank you for going to the trouble of looking after her. So it's like that. Come now. If we beat around the bush, the fruits of our efforts will turn bitter. Let's speak frankly without posturing. Will you keep Princess Shara's promise? Yes, of course. Though our past has been complicated, I too hope that we can get along from now on. You're certain? I thought the elves hate the Dark Elves. Most elves wish to get along with the Dark Elves. After all, we used to live in harmony. I was engaged when I was young. My fiancé was killed by the Holy Army because the elves refused to help. Why did you abandon us back then? The Greenwood King confronted the Holy Army, but the victory was impossible against that huge army. What? We had no choice but to obey the Holy Army because our king was taken hostage, even though we knew that it would cause the Dark Elves terrible suffering. I'm sorry. Why only now do you think it's believable? We could show no evidence. That's why the Dark Elves never believed us. Relax, Ralphsia. People are unable to perceive the person before them, though it sounds like a simple thing to do. You can only perceive what that person projected onto themselves. Ooh, Diablo! That's so true. Therefore, if your judgment is clouded by hatred, it will appear to you that all others are also hateful. Whoa! Diablo is preaching. Our assumptions? Yes! He is 1,000,000,000% right. Twitter is proof of this. Facebook is proof of this. Instagram is proof of this. YouTube is proof of this, especially in the comment sections. If you don't believe me, go see it. Our assumptions? I don't know what the truth is, but it's possible that the elf is telling the truth. It's up to you to believe it or not. It's up to you whether to believe it or not. Exactly. You have to figure this out for yourself. It's up to you to believe it. Just don't let your freaking bias cloud your mind like this. Especially, don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. You gotta think smart and not feel hot on this one. The Greenwood King fought for the Dark Elves? We lost so much that we became blind to our surroundings. We held a grudge without lending an ear. Yeah, you probably. I don't blame them for doing that, but they should have went to them and asked what the fuck was going on. They should have. Or shit, yeah, I can understand why the elves didn't go down there in the first place, but yeah, they're both at fault. Let's be real. So that's how much you hated us, but we've been waiting to make it up one day, you know. Now that time has passed, surely we will be able to compromise. Let's return to the main topic. Is it okay to transfer the land after our new king's coronation? Then we'll have a festival to celebrate the reconciliation between the elves and dark elves. I understand. Just a second, I need some air. I'm finished talking, so I'll head out first. Queen, your story earlier, I'll believe it. I want to believe it. She better not be lying. Thank you, Rafcilia-san. I'm glad we spoke. In order to counter the Demon King, all the races must cooperate. It's great that a first step has been taken, isn't it? I wish it were that easy to settle things. Now then, there's someone I want to introduce to everyone. Thank you for inviting me to the dinner party. This is Durango. This is Durango, the fiance I've chosen for Shara and the next Greenwood King. Nice to meet you, dude. Instead of an elf, isn't that more like an orc? Oh, why? Alright, let's get to chapter 80.1. I'm Durango. From now on, I'd be pleased to make your acquaintance. This guy's Shara's fiance? Durango is an excellent elf. He is the best archer in the kingdom and has studied economics and politics elsewhere. Above all, he looks like a stud, doesn't he? Woman, what are you talking about? Your words are too kind, yoo-hoo. She's got to be spelled. Wonder if that's the elf's beauty standard. Guess his face is a bit unique. What do you think, Shara? Are her beauty preferences different from her mother's? That won't do. I don't care if it's another elf, but if you're thinking about the demon, the people won't assent to that, will they? The demon? You couldn't be thinking about marrying Diablo. Are you dumb? You're actually dumb. So mean. I'm the stupid one for believing you were putting thoughtful consideration into it. Can't her marriage be postponed for a little while? Shara's still young and hasn't put much thought into it. Yes, I think she's still young, too, at 16. However, the Greenwood Kingdom needs a king immediately. Due to the agreement with God, you have to get married quickly in order to keep your promise with the Dark Elves, too. Bear with it for the sake of the kingdom? Isn't that a given? That's the duty of the royal family. People have a fate decided by God from the moment they are born, starting from race to occupation to whether rich or poor. A princess will have a princess's life. Fate, you say? The culture of this world is like the Middle Ages. God, it is. You seem to think one's life is decided from the moment they are born. Well, even in the modern day world, a person's life depends on the environment. He's not wrong. Well, to an extent, he is not wrong. Because some people can defy it. Dude, it's not my intention to force things. However, the Greenwood Kingdom absolutely needs a king. There's no other choice. By the way, I don't mean to change the topic, but what is that collar? I heard everything from Celsior. Somehow this child became bound by a slave collar. That's not it. It's a collar of servitude. We summoned Diablo, and the magic got reflected with the bang, and it flashed, and it's all the same. Slave collar, huh? Used goods. It's nothing. Don't mind me. It's just this collar. Maybe an eyesore for the wedding ceremony. Excuse me. This is somehow... Let's have some fun today, Princess Shara. Oh, God. Don't touch me with the dirty hands of an orc. That expression makes me want you to submit. No! Ugh. What the heck am I thinking about? As if something like that will happen. Gross. Don't worry, there's nothing to be scared of. Even if you say that, seeing this image will scare anyone. Oh, light and wind, hide and reflect what thou art not. Distortion. Ooh. He undid it? No way! Eh? How in the world did this bastard do it? He seemed to have done something interesting. For Princess Shera's sake, I think this will be for the better. I merely applied concealment magic to a powerful magic item. Ooh, concealment magic? This wasn't in the game. Despite his appearance, he's quite clever. Amazing! She's plenty happy with the succession of her chosen son-in-law, huh? Durango, huh? First impression was a shock, but he doesn't seem like a bad guy. Next day. Now we're at chapter 80.2. Sure is lively. Maybe this is how the elves usually are. Singing and dancing are common, but that is out of the ordinary. It's for the wedding celebration. The wedding? Princess Shera's, of course. Apparently will be held the day after tomorrow. You didn't know? That early? It's been half a month since the king's death. The flowers and plants will wither soon. Still, isn't that too early? Even though it's for the forest, it might not just be for the sake of the forest. A long time ago, I heard that the Greenwood Kingdom protects something important entrusted by God, and the presence of a king is necessary to that end. Something important entrusted by God. Imagination and hearsay won't cut it. Let's go see Shera. An hour later. She said there's something she wants to tell us and show us, but exactly how far do we have to walk? We're here. What's this place? This point wasn't in the game. Over here. We can get in through the backside. Ooh. The door's marked. It's the same as the Holy Seal from the church? Here we go. Is it the Elves' underground dungeon? Better be careful. Is our destination down there? It's pitch black. Oh, light. Ooh. That's unexpected. I thought the ceiling would be tree roots like the other elven buildings. It could mean that this building wasn't built by the elves. Isn't that strange? We're in the depths of the Greenwood Kingdom. It may be just as Diablo-san said. It was on the door as well, but the walls bear the symbol of the god. Not only that, but the Greenwood Kingdom coat of arms is nowhere to be seen. You don't mean to say that God created this? Yep. This is a place created by God. That's what they said about the Great Hall of the church we saw in the royal capital, too. I guess so. Is this place a great church for the elves? No. This is the crypt of the royal family. Eh? So that means the things that look like, workbenches lined up along the walls are tombs? Glad I didn't do anything disrespectful. I'm home, Dad. Sorry I'm late. Aww. Was finally able to visit his grave. Thanks, everyone. This was my main destination, but I feel like I've devoured quite a bit along the way. We had some situations come up, so I don't think that's the case. Shera has to get married to an elf, and at this rate, the candidate is likely to be the man called Durango. You don't want to? He's an excellent elf, you know. Well, he does look more like an orc than an elf. So how about Durango-san? There's someone else I want to be with forever. Huh? Do you mean Diablo? Yeah. You're seriously trying to proceed with that kind of talk without asking about Diablo's feelings? It's a nuisance. But I want to always be together. Aww. Do you understand? Diablo is a demon, you know. I know that. If so, isn't that weird? Do you have some kind of crossbreed fetish? What the heck is that? Who gives a shit if he's a demon? She loves him for him. Come on. What the heck is that? It just so happened that the person I want to be with is of a different race. Who cares? She's just jealous. Is it such a bad thing to like a different race? See, this manga's good. You can't marry a different race. It's impossible. Sure. Then let's verify something first. What do you think is the role of a king and queen? To pray to God to make the forest plentiful and to protect that something important entrusted to us. That is crucial, but there's a role equally important. What? Wait. What? It's about leaving a successor. Successor? Elves and demons can't have children, that's obvious. Even so. Aww. Crossbreeding can't produce children, huh? That's the first I heard of it. Huh. Let's get to chapter 81.1. Here, chapter 81 is titled The Hidden Treasure of the Elves, Part 2. I want to be together forever. A king and queen's duty is to produce an heir, but elves and demons cannot reproduce. That's obvious. No, I think they can, actually. Aw. It might be painful to hear, but as a friend, I think I have to tell it like it is. Bitch, how do you know? Shara, you should choose a man from among the elves to marry. For the sake of the country, I think it's best to choose someone who will receive the blessing of the masses. Fuck the masses! But I want to still... You're thoughtless, ignorant, and shallow, but you also know what is truly important. I believe that you'll make the right choice. I can't tell if you actually believe that. Sorry to interrupt. Why don't we stop discussing this at a burial place? That's true. Yeah. That being said, isn't there another reason Princess Shara brought us here, aside from visiting the graves? Ah, yes, I'd forgotten. My mother told me, go take a look at the important things that God entrusted us with. Those important things are inside the catacombs? Yes. Do you know what those important things are, Shara? I don't know. I didn't want to go see it alone, so I brought everyone along. Is it okay for someone who's not an elf to see it? Isn't it fine if we don't tell anyone? Sloppy. Is it okay to do this without making a decision even though the wedding is tomorrow? Don't worry about the boring stuff. There's a legendary treasure here. It's only natural we want to see it. That's true. We're adventurers after all. I'm starving. Oh, wait. I'm starting. Here we go. I'm starving. Yes, I am. Projecting it. Ayu, Elpri, Uncia, Creets, Todoa. Codewords password to the treasure room? It's like a cutscene, so exciting. Auntie! Ooh. What is this? Teleportation magic? Or an illusion? It's my first time here too, but my mother said this place is the end. The end? I've never heard about such a mechanism. In the catacombs of the Elves royal family, I've never heard of such a mechanism in the catacombs of the Elves royal family. I was surprised too. Cool, right? Recently, there's been too much stuff that wasn't in the game. But still, this is rather bleak. Is the important thing really here? This must be a summoning crystal. Where have I seen this before? This is the summoning crystal for the Force Hydra. What did you say? Force Hydra, one of the elves' treasures, that Kira used for such an item to just be carelessly lying here. Do you know this? That's the acid Orion. Attacking with it will apply the corrosion effect. The level requirement is 160. Level 160, but level 150 was the max in the game. As I thought, this world is different from the Cross Reverie that I played. In other words, this world is one where all updates have been implemented. It's probably the completed Cross Reverie. If so, then the level limit should be far higher. That would explain the level 160 equipment. That means everything lying there is also a hidden treasure. Isn't this more like rubbish dump rather than a treasure room? So the Elven royal family doesn't know what the treasure and the level is, what the treasure is, and the level is too high to tell the properties just by looking. We know what they are, thanks to Rose. Rose, am happy to be of service to you. Diablo, over here. Anyways, it seems that this stuff lying here is not that important thing. Even so, this is supposed to be the Elves' treasure room, so this poor treatment is difficult to understand. Ooh, what? A cliff? No. There's an opposite bank, so it's a canyon. Shara, you wanted to show us this? Down, look down. This is the important thing. Down. This is... What the fuck is this? Alright, so 81.2, let's go. What the heck is that? A monster? Could it be? The Demon Lord? What? What? I haven't seen it before either, but that's the feeling I'm getting. That's the feeling I get. Maybe it's because it was always in such a close proximity to me. Demon Lord? It's the Demon Lord, the real thing? It wasn't implemented in the game yet, so I haven't seen it either. Do you know? My apologies. If it were equipment, I would know, but Demon Lord of the Heart, Cardia. She knows. That is the origin, bringer of the flame of life, the strength to change this world. The Demon Lord of the Heart? Oi, if you know, then speak up, eh? That's not it. I'm not familiar with it either, as I heard it in a story long ago. It is the name of the demon lord who was sealed in this lamb. So it is a demon lord after all. Demon lord? There's a demon lord inside the Greenwood Kingdom? Calm down, Princess Shara. That's most likely the real demon lord, but he's been sealed away. Okay. It's moving a little, but if it were resurrected, we wouldn't be standing here unharmed, right? That's a relief. So the important thing entrusted to the elves by God was the demon lord. Seems so. The seal itself should be somewhere here. Could it be this? Kansu Owl. Ooh. Wow, I've never seen such a big god crystal. As expected, the demon lord itself is sealed up. What's wrong, Shara? It looks like the seal gets its power from God, just like the forest. With my father's death, it seems to have grown weak. I understand now why the queen is forcing her daughter to get married and why the wedding has to be in such a hurry. It's not for the blessing to the forest. It concerns the very existence of the elves. Nonetheless, it was a secret kept from us that only the elves know, that only the royal family of the elves know, I suppose. I think I understand why the treasure is lying around. They probably don't want to go near the demon lord. Demon Lord of the Heart, Cardia. I wonder how strong he is. Every time the MMORPG gets updates, both the players and monsters get stronger. The fact that I don't know it means it wasn't implemented yet. It was probably going to be part of some future event. I single-handedly defeated the Demon Lord of the mine, Angvaros, but Demon Lord of the Heart, Cardia, is probably a higher level. Moreover, this is inside the line of defense of the races. It's easy to defend against an invasion from outside, but the defenses would be weak and susceptible to an invasion from within. So, hold on a second. I lost my spot. Damn it. Here we go. It's easy to understand against invasion from outside, but their defenses would be weak and susceptible to an invasion from within. So, in other words, if this thing awakens, everyone dies. Yep. Shara must get married to an elf to prevent that. I mean, Shara's the key to this world right now, huh? Shara, heed my question. Answer with your heart. You said you wish to go with me, regardless of the commitment to your country. If this sentiment is how you truly feel, then declare it now. I'm not exactly confident, but I want to try and see how far I can go. And I don't mean by myself. I want to do it, Diablo and Rem, because we're friends. Shara hasn't changed since we've met. Is that so? I understand. This is all I needed to hear from you. Let's head back. Okay, Diablo. Uh-oh. Where am I? Did you forget? Did you forget me? Did you forgive them, the elves, even though I died because of them? No, it's not that. It was the humans. If that's the case, the humans are right next to them. I can't forgive the king of Lefaria. That's also a thing of the past. We have to move on to the future. Did you forget? I didn't forget. I can't forget. Woo! Oh, God, creepy. Moving on means letting go of the grudge, even though they hurt me like this, even though they killed me. Don't forget my grudge. Oh, no. Seek the madness. Let's get to chapter 82.1. And chapter 82 is titled Trying Out Conducting a Wedding. Wait a minute. This is not good. Ooh, this is not good. Good morning, Master. Ooh, it seems you didn't sleep at all last night. I hope you are feeling all right. I'm not one to have those problems. Forgive me. Going out. Rose will accompany you. Rose, stay with Rem, as you wish. No? The door to Rafcelia's room is open. Maybe she went for a walk? So this is the wedding venue at 7:12 a.m. That chair goes here. The lower area should be finished by 8. Yes, sir. Durango-san. I feel like Durango is not an elf. I'm still going with this. The decorations for the upper floor is halfway done. Good. Well done. Then I want you guys to decorate this in pairs for the top. That's Durango? As for the meal prep, there's not enough meat, huh? We need 5 or so hunters to set out. Please be back in 2 hours. Yes, sir. He's trusted by everyone, and he speaks normally to them as well. It's quite the leadership as expected of the next king. No, you're too kind. You've come early, Yoo-hoo. Weren't you speaking comfortably up until now? What about my way of speech, Yoo-hoo? What a dodgy guy. So he's gonna act weird, huh? There must be some half-ass reason for this character to be made like this. Well, I don't care much either way. More importantly, I need to ask you something. What is it? Shira wants to continue being an adventurer. She'll want to leave the country even if she becomes queen. How do you feel about that? That would make a troublesome queen. Diablo Dono, you saw that, right? You? I have constant surveillance on Princess Shira. I'm fully aware of what you all saw and where. Oh, so you know about it too? Because I served as the king's aide. Please don't say anything about that, even in front of the elves. Oh, so that's why, right, kitties? Sounds like we have a Jafar situation, huh? Yeah. Back to the original topic. Even if I ascended to the throne, I will need an heir. If anything were to happen to the princess on her journey, the royal bloodline would be ended. Thus, I can't have her leaving the Greenwood Kingdom until she has at least 3 kids. That is what I think. It's as if she's livestock. What's with this quota for children? I feel sick. But those thoughts are for the sake of keeping the Demon Lord sealed too. I hear you loud and clear. Right, kiddies? 1 p.m. The wedding is about to start, but Diablo and Rapsilia-sama aren't here yet. There are too many people. Rose's sensors can't detect them either. Let's see. They went out separately, right? Yes, the Dark Elf left before dawn. What if something happened to Rapsilia-sama? She was invited to attend by the Queen too. For someone who wants the promise to be kept, to be breaking the promise, insufficient data, speculation's impossible. What could Diablo be thinking? I wish he would at least say a few words to me. Maybe he does not trust you. Maybe he doesn't trust you, keys. Oh, let's see. Bambara! Ye gods who must dwell in heaven, Her Majesty the Queen, our audience, and the people of Greenwood Kingdom, blessings on this wonderful day. And now, the groom, please enter. Durango-sama! Come, the bride, this way. Let's get to chapter 82.2, which is the last chapter of this live reaction, right, Kitty? Okay. Let's go. Here she is. Not happy. From time to time, there are moments where I think Shira is beautiful, but today she looks even more dazzling because she's standing on the ultimate stage blessed by everyone, and yet, why do you look so somber, Shira? Do you, the groom, Durango, take the princess as your life partner, to love and to respect, to comfort and to aid? He ain't doing any of that shit, let's be real. Do you swear to pledge your heart and soul as long as you live? Yes, I swear it. Bitch, you ain't gonna do it. God, strike him down. Do you, Shira L. Greenwood, take this man as your partner? Oh, bride with deep modesty, answer with silence as affirmation. Do you take him as your spouse? Very well. I have ascertained that the feelings of both parties. Now perform the kiss of the vow before God. Prepare thyself. My lady, you embarked on an adventure to conquer your fate. It seems you have finally expelled the demon lord's soul from within you. Huh, that's right. And now it is that elf's turn to be bound by a demon lord. I envied Shira, the free and straightforward Shira. I want to marry Diablo. I envied how she honestly expressed her feelings. I envied her and was jealous at the same time. So I pushed the idea of the right thing on her, using the fact that she's royalty. Even though it's thanks to Diablo and Shira that I was freed from my ill fate. After hearing news of her father's obituary, Shira would have wanted to head back to Greenwood immediately, but she accompanied me to the country of the Dark Elves first. Despite all that, I tried to pretend not to see that Shira was about to be bound by a demon lord's destiny. I was wrong. About what? What country? What demon lord? Even though I vowed to break off those kinds of shackles, today my idea of the right thing is wrong. I've evaluated that my lady's current opinion is correct. And Master knew this as well. Eh? What? What's going on? Wah! What in the world is that? Cuckoo. Even if God approves, I won't allow it, you trash. Sure is my belonging. I won't allow you lot to take her. Diablo! Yee! My name is Demon King Diablo. Elves return, share to me. Demon Lord, you say? Bitch, if he's exposed as a demon lord, or is working for the demon lord, and that he assassinated the king, which I would not be surprised about, because he's the king's aide, this motherfucker pulled a Jafar. Well, you know, Jafar was going to kill the sultan, let's be goddamn real. I will be so happy. I will be like, I told you so. I would not be surprised. I mean, happy is probably the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I'm very pleased with the direction we're going in. I love the series. Damn straight I do. Kitty love the series too, don't you, Settle? Anyways, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive and kicking so I can keep bringing you more Demon Lord content, few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All is in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That is in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, we'll be seeing you later. Bye.